You have received a message.
Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Are we live? Testing 1, 2, 3. Are we live? This is your host Timothy Preston. You are live at Talk Wave Radio. It is January 5th, 2013. And I'm glad that you guys could join me. I'm glad that you guys are taking the time out. I hope you enjoyed your new year. As I told you, 2012 would go out fine, and that the world wouldn't end, and it didn't. But that's just saying hello. Yes, it's in the evening time. It's not 4 in the morning. I'm actually in the studio at the laptop doing this. I'd been watching the news and just came up with that people are fucking crazy. The generation that's coming up, they most likely will not invent half as many things that was invented in the previous generations. The least amount to actually graduate. It just seemed like on a grand scale of things that this generation worldwide are looking to be a potential dying breed. If we're moving at the rate that we're moving, all will be lost. Yes, we're winning on many fronts, but the actual bottom line, the actual root of the problems are not being addressed. And we will talk more about that. You know me, I'm strong about family. And when it comes down to what needs to be done and what can be done, it's putting back together the family, saving the family. The only way you can save humanity is by saving family. It's the nurturing spirit, it's the nurturing that we receive in the gentle touches and the gentle caresses. The stern, don't do that, be careful, look both ways before you cross the street, you know, say please and thank you. And it's amazing how if you go into a store or a restaurant and they see you with your kids and they're well behaved, they come as if it's just awing surprise. Like there can't be any mature adults with children. There can't be children that's well-mannered in public. It's to the point now where society is so twisted that they look at you, if you have a kid or children that's well-mannered, they look at you as if you're the problem. And they walk with their heads up, looking to the left or looking to the right as they walk past the child screaming and throwing the tantrums. It's amazing how much power individuals have through the internet, syndicated radio, internet TV. It's amazing how so much power is there, but yet I watch people use their power to steer and control masses, but it's never in the right direction. Everybody want to put out their opinion and everybody demonizing everybody in the name of we're not demonizing them. I have a problem when you are on the radio, or I have a problem when I'm driving in my car and I'm hearing on the radio you demonizing individuals because of who they voted for or who they supported, when it's all designed to destroy you, to break you up. See, they want to destroy the collective mind and replace it with a collective mind. And you have to decide what mind do you want. See, me going to work, caring about my neighbors, caring about my fellow citizens in the city, that affects us all. And they'll demonize that and destroy that and then come in with their own system that's just hell on earth, but it's basically the same thing. But it's designed to destroy the individual. I don't like it when people call names. I say a lot and I cuss a lot, but I don't like calling names. Especially names of the people who are supposedly the victims. In one breath, they're the victim. In the next breath, they're the enemy, and you have jokes and everything, and you believe this, and you just spread it along, and people believe you, and it angers me. I sit back and I look at the news, and I go and I flip through, and I even check out Drudge Report and everything. Like, I check a lot of different stuff from different aspects, different angles. And it disturbs me when I see propaganda. When I see a website and catch on to their trends and watch their system and how they roll things out, how they just put out the information for everybody to pick up and take off. It's like Drudge Report. I'm not knocking Drudge, but Drudge is a tool. And it's a tool for all enemies. Drudge Report is the site that you go. It's like if you were in an arena and you're ready to battle. Drudge Report is the pile of weapons that's right there, and you pick your weapon and you go and you fight. Whether it's for liberty, freedom, or tyranny and socialism, or communism, or dictatorship, that's what you pick up your weapon and you go. So I'm not knocking Drudge in that point, because I need to pick up my weapons. And I need to know how I attack in the info war to better humanity. But I sit back and I'm the one who doesn't really have to fight much, because I'm not the one who's going to grab the weapon and just run out, just swing. I sit back and I watch each person. And I've been watching CNN, I've been watching Fox, I've been watching MSDN, MSDC, whatever it's called. I've been watching InfoWars, Coast to Coast. What's the other guy? Gerald Salente. Different ones. Ventura. I check and watch them all, because they all are kind of touching on what I want: freedom, liberty, a free America, the real America. But if you really think about it, you ask for America. You want it to stand for what that Constitution really says it stands for. We have to start all over. Keep the Constitution, but rebuild it from there. Let that be the foundation and build upon it. But we have to tear down all of this other bullshit. We can't just go in and just add on or think we're going to build this wing. You need to tear down that wall. You need to tear down those braces. You need to put up new ones. You need to tear out the ceiling. We have to gut this bad boy. Not the Constitution. America. If anybody read the Constitution, they would say that's perfect. What we have to do is stop the people and change the whole infringing upon and stepping upon it. And you can't rewrite everything. You can't amend everything. You can't change everything, but still say you are what that once was. A vase, a glass vase. If you drop it and it shatters, and you pick all of the pieces up and you glue together the most beautiful glass sculpture of an angel, of a lighthouse, of a dolphin, it's glass, but it's no longer that vase, that vase. No, it's the new creation. Same pieces, but something different. You understand? Hopefully that's making a little sense. And I listen to Alex Jones, and I listen to different Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity. I listen to these guys. I download some videos and some iPods, some podcasts, and I listen. Because I need to know where you're coming from. I need to know who's leading you. It's easy for me to go into a chat room and talk with members of Anonymous. It's easy for me to go in the chat room and talk to Info Warriors or Planet Info Warriors, those groups. It's easy for me to go and do that. They're at every chat room, whether if you're watching a video or movie or something, they're everywhere. But when I want to hear what you're being taught, I go and listen to your shepherd. I go and listen to your pastor. I go and listen to your bullhorn. I go and listen to your leader. I really don't care too much of what the little man is saying. I like to go to the horses. I like to go to the big bad horse and hear what's coming out the horse's mouth. So I listen to all of this, Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh. And I feel sorry because a lot of people, it's like, how can you be so smart, but you just cannot pick up what they're doing? I listen to everybody demonize because Drudge Report. As long as Drudge Report has something up on their website, that's what the media is going to talk about, directly and indirectly. Okay. So they had this whole thing about Django Unchained. Quentin Tarantino, it's bad, and he just go around killing everybody, and he just felt so bad, and black people felt uncomfortable. Why? I mean, as many times as you heard the so-called the N-word, you hear that in your house every day, day in, day out. So I mean, really, all it was a Western, and actually for it to be a Tarantino movie, it wasn't that gory. I mean, they had some thing with the slave got chewed up by the dog, ate by the dog, and the other one who had to fight to the death. But these are showing exactly, most likely, what was really going on in those days. I mean, a black person can make roots and it's okay. The old toe bag. But no, let's not have nobody modern pick it up and say, let's go ahead and do a Western, make it a happy ending, and go all out. Sound like it seemed pretty accurate to me, not the storyline, but how things were depicted in there. I could imagine 3 white guys drunk making 2 black guys fight to the death. And I can understand why white people felt a little bad about, uncomfortable with the movie coming out. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Mainly the people from the South. If y'all want to take it personal, then, I mean, you go right here. But to demonize it, and I listen to Alex Jones demonize it and talk like how it was so racist. There was nothing racist about the movie. In the 1800s and in the 1900s, black people was called niggers. They were a piece of property, not a human being. Now, personally, I would say the movie was lame if every time it came on, they were saying the black guy or the brother or the African or that colored guy. Now I say, no, that's bullshit. That's not what they would say or how they would act. No, I would imagine I'd see them beat the shit out of a nigga, hanging them, shooting them up, feeding them to dogs. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Now, I'm a Tarantino fan, and I'm not saying this defending his movie. It's just that I watched a lot of Tarantino, and trust me, this wasn't that bad. And actually, he did an actually good job. Story, stuck with it, straight through. I think he did good. The budget wasn't too bad. They didn't make a big deal. They had good, solid actors. I really can't knock it. I watched it. I watched part of it yesterday. Had to go to work, so I went to bed. I finished the rest and picked up where I left off. It was good. I mean, I don't really see the problem, and I'm black. Now, women, yeah, a woman, if you're going to interview a woman, because they had this on the news, the article. If you're going to interview a woman, you better believe her going to be a little disturbed when you see dogs being sick on a black man and he's basically being ate up, chewed to his mauled to his death. Yeah, that would be disturbing. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you know Tarantino like I know his films, 3 years ago, you would have seen his guts, entrails being pulled out by the dog. You would have seen the arm being pulled off by the dog. You would have seen the face getting chewed on. And really, it wasn't that bad. The whippings, he would have did more elaborate with that. So I really don't see it. And then is it he was racist because Jamie Foxx considered racist because he was just killing every white person? Actually, he did not. Some white people, in passing, went on about their business. Now, the ones who deserved it, they deserved it. I mean, if you have a slave trade, from what they were saying, almost 10,000 or more slaves come through. Beat, hung, raped, mutilated. They beat the hell out of a lady for cracking and breaking an egg. This damn chicken can go, you can put him in the dark. Later on, open on the light, and he'll lay another egg. But they beat this black person. And so why would you, and this man watching it, so why do you think he wouldn't see a reason in going back doing damage? And they had his wife. So, I mean, the people who got killed in all actuality, justifiable. And I'm not saying that because I'm black. I'm just saying it because actually, it don't make any sense being like that. And if I was a human being, it had nothing to do with color. If the slave master was black, I would still do the exact same thing to him. So I really don't understand it, and I don't believe that it was really that blown out of proportion. I believe they used Alex Jones to blow it out of proportion, trying to attack it and to stir up the race thing. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you think that was racist, then you were wrong. Nothing was racist about it. It was depicted right. That was actually a good movie for what Tarantino could actually come up with and do. I'm very surprised for him to write it and direct it. And he actually did it with some class and taste. And I can say it like that. He actually had some class, some taste about it. He respected all of it. And yeah, he had black people up there. And he put the right characters together to actually just perform it and do it out. That's why he had Samuel L. Jackson. He can play a crazy ass role and keep it moving and be professional about it. Jamie Foxx, same way. What's the other boy? DiCaprio did wonderful. The guy who played the German doctor, Dennis, did good. The wife, she did great. And sometimes her little whiny face kind of annoys me in some movies, but she did okay. So, I mean, I don't understand what was the problem. I don't see it. I just see that when they get on TV or they get on the radio and they get the hooping and hollering about the system and how they using the media to demonize this and make it a race thing, and they just want to do more. Then it turns back to they attacking the guns. It's like, and I just listen to see what you people gonna fall for. Who are you following? What are you listening to? So I'm here to tell you from a black man's point of view, I don't really see anything wrong with Tarantino. Some people, it could be gory. Research who Tarantino is, okay? Go watch, what was it? I totally forgot the name. I knew it before I did the show. Bulletproof or whatever. With the car, he driving crazy and who? Kill Bill. Kill Bill was, oh my God. Greatest Tarantino movie, classic. I'll sit there and watch all 4.5 hours of that back to back. So really, sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I'm glad that I can do my show and talk to you guys, because you understand what I'm coming from, and you understand it, and you see it too. Or else I wouldn't have 2,000 listeners that listen to my show. And it's not just one time. They actually listen. And they're going to listen to my other shows. And they download it. And they play it on their site. So it's more shows being listened. So I understand how the system is designed to find a way to break us. Alex Jones is part of that. And it's okay. Neil Bortz is part of that. It's okay. They are supposed to play off of a certain class of people. And you Americans who love your guns and want to be a patriotic American, he get to dupe you and trick you. I'm not saying don't love your guns and don't love America. But just know, when he get to saying, I ain't turning, that's why I draw my line, let him draw his lines. And you let him cross those lines. And you let people cross the line and hear what he got to say and see what he do. Don't let you have the same way. So when they come to you, not saying give you guns in, but when they come at you, you jump in the gun trying to be like, and remember, he got millions and millions of dollars, people backing him up, and he has ties with all of them, indirectly. If you listen to the show as much as I've listened to it, he tell you so many words. I grew up in a rich neighborhood around these people, and I'm always around elites. My whole life I've been around elites. Whether you a deep down dirty elite or a good guy elite, you're still an elite. Meaning you're still part of the machine that's destroying humanity. See, they're supposed to piss you off and get you angry. They're not gonna. All you do, you keep contacting people when they guns. Don't go buying up a million damn guns. You don't have to go and break yourself financially just to have some guns. Buy your guns though. The thing is not rush out and buy more. It's just fight and say we ain't having that. Because you put these people in office, and now if you get mad because somebody from Detroit go in office and vote to have your guns taken, then you take that up with that guy. And that's a wonderful thing. But all kind of hell can break loose, but every 2 and 4 years, we get to vote. We get to make our point. Now Republicans, I'm sorry. Obama was the better pick. And I say Obama needs to be put back in office for a second term. One, because shit, he deserved it. All the other crappy ass presidents got it. Second of all, if we would have put anybody else in and they said any hook happened and everything else like that, it would have been a lot worse. Everybody know what's going on. So we wide-eyed and we bushy-tailed and we ready to fight. Nobody got a break. Nobody got to sit down. We wasn't able to tap out. We wasn't able to go and rest and forget about what was going on for a year and a half and then see all hell come back. They thought the party was going to be over and they was going to move forward. And we said, we didn't go to sleep. We still here paying attention. Nigga, let's go. Round 2. Ding, ding. So, yes, I'm glad Obama is in office. Not to damn that he's doing what he's supposed to do as a sellout to the globalists. And he's doing a good job. Now, we're as strong as our weakest link. Enough said. Don't be the weak link. You do what I do. Tell somebody. Everybody don't like to hear it, but so what? I don't got shit to say about football. I don't give a damn. I honestly say, ladies and gentlemen, I do not even know who's playing in the Super Bowl. I really don't. I know China and Russia want us to get rid of our guns. I know now they got us monitoring and putting bathrooms outside in the middle of farmland, in the middle of cornfields and everything, because they trying to regulate some more stuff so we don't have viruses spreading. I know that. I know that they running out of flu vaccines because everybody going to get flu vaccines. I know that. I don't know who won basketball game. I really don't care. So I'm glad Obama's in office. So people need to quit bitching and moaning because we got him for the next 4 years. I mean, really. Let's start pointing out the nonsense and telling them what we want and being very loud about it. And just a heads up warning to everybody. Y'all move away from the MoveOn.org people and move away from them damn Tea Party people. Let them deal with that and fight that shit themselves. I pay attention and I get the emails so I can see what they're talking about. And I'm just telling you, from what I'm hearing from the white papers that I'm getting and information from, like for you people, so y'all will feel comfortable with what I'm saying, from InfoWars and Drudge Report and all of these guys, when you listening to what they're saying, know that it's going to hit the fan soon. And be prepared. They're following in the track. I'll tell you like this. 4 years ago it was released. We found out that they was using it, going to target the Tea Parties and make them into part of the domestic terrorist groups. Right? Right. We all agree on that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Tea Party are sending messages back and forth, inciting this stuff, slowly transitioning over to be put in a category as the domestic terrorists. Now, I've been chewing your ear off for a good minute now. So I'm about to get ready to let you guys go. I just wanted to jump in. The Tarantino movie, just so you know, it's not that bad. Actually, like I said, I'm a fan, so I know. We need to focus on our families. We need to realize the true issue and where to start fixing the problem at, and that's at the foundation. With no family, we have no humanity. With no humanity, all is lost. This is your host, Timothy Preston. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will be back with you guys soon. And I'm loving all the response that I'm getting. This is your host, Timothy Preston.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Without humanity, all will be lost. This is your host, Timothy Preston. You alive to talk, wave, radio.